cut off those toxic friends. Cut them off. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Those friends that pop into your mind right now, cut them off. I'm telling you, if you keep these friends in your life, what you're going to do is you're going to just keep torturing yourself. You already don't like being around these friends. You already know that these people aren't good for you. So why are they still in your life? I wish someone had told me this when I was younger, when I was in high school, even in college, where I was trying to fit into a certain group where every single time I try to fit in, I just get shunned out, or I just wouldn't even like being around these people. But the only reason why I was still around these people who I'd call my friends, who aren't really my friends, is because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to have a group, a community that I can call my friends, which I didn't have. I didn't have this group of friends that I could go out and genuinely exchange ideas with, be inspired by them, and we're both improving each other's lives. I didn't have that. So what I would do is I'd find friends who I had something in common with. We'd at least had one thing in common with, but in terms of who they were, their characters, I didn't like them. You know, these people would always be talking crap about other people, even some people in the group, and I know they did the same to me. You know, you always think that you're the odd one out when people are talking shit, bro. I'm telling you, you're not. Once you leave the fucking group, they're going to talk shit about you as well. But anyways, that's another point. Basically, I just didn't like being around these people, but I just stay because I just needed friends. But what this did to me was it made me a shell of who I could be. Because what was happening was I was slowly becoming like these people. I was slowly starting to just care more about my image, because these people, I'm telling you, these people always like to posture like they're above everyone. You know, these toxic people, you know, they always like to posture that they're above everyone, that they know it all because they're so-called confident. But I'm telling you, these people are really insecure. But what will happen is you'll start to slowly become like these people if you hang out with them more. So I was slowly becoming a lot less motivated. I was just not doing the things that I wanted to do. I remember I told them that I want to start going to the gym, started making fun of me. And you just know the gist. You've heard the story many times because it's a universal experience. But I eventually just cut them off. And listen, now when I look back on it, I think I should have at least given them a chance. Not like a chance where I should have kept being friends with them, but I should have at least explained my side, maybe like put in a group chat talking about, like, put a paragraph where I was like, listen, I just don't think that we're friends. We don't have much in common, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just gonna go do my own thing. Wish you guys the best, so that they could at least be aware. But nah, I just cut them off. You know, I just cut them off. And I wish I'd handled that better. But hey, it's growth. But in turn, you know, you probably would have thought that, okay, shit, now I just made friends that I'm compatible with. Now life got way better because these toxic friends got out of my life and I'm a better person. No, that's not like what happened. What happened was I actually was going through such a huge withdrawal phase, almost kind of like I'm getting off of heroin. I was so lonely. I didn't connect with anyone and have any friends for almost a year, and I was legit in isolation. But instead of me just moping and being alone and saying, oh, I wish I had friends, what I did is I went crazy in the gym. I started trying to improve my communication skills, and I just tried to improve myself as a person. And what happened over time was I started to actually grow. And this is why I encourage you to just cut off those toxic friends, because what's happening is, even though these people might not be stopping you from truly doing what you want to do, like they're not stopping you, who you surround yourself around impacts a lot about who you are as a person. I'm telling you, if you're not around other guys who are ambitious, other guys who want to do things with their life, and they are always active, you're going to slowly become like these people. You know, and as I said, some of these people may not even be toxic. Some of these people actually might be good people. You enjoy being around these people, but you need to limit your time around these people because it's not healthy. I'm telling you, you could sit here and say, oh, I'll turn him into, I'll try and bring him along the journey and we could both do this together. But I'm telling you that it doesn't work out, because most of the time these people don't want to do it. They don't want to do the hard work. They don't want to sit in the discomfort. They don't want to stop eating junk. And I'm sitting here saying that because it's hard. It's genuinely hard. Even when you want to do these things, it's hard to sit here and say no to the ice cream when your body's craving it, even when you want to. But imagine when people don't even want to improve. You know, imagine. It's tough. It's tough. So I'm telling you, if you are watching up to this point and you can relate to everything that I'm saying, limit your time around people who don't want to improve. And more importantly, cut off toxic friends who try and bring you down when you're trying to improve your life. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be really hard if you keep these people in your life. Now, the hardest part is just cutting them off. So just once you just cut them off, don't look back. Whether it's you just don't send a message or you do send a message, I encourage you to send a message, because maybe you could be wrong about these people. Maybe your perception about these people could be wrong. But basically, you just need to go through a lonely period for a little bit. And when you do, improve. Focus on one thing or multiple things. Maybe focus on the gym. You could be focusing on money, your job, whatever it is. Focus on one thing and just go crazy. And then eventually, over time, you will just naturally meet people. It's gonna happen. If you get out of your house, obviously you can't just stay inside all day, but you will eventually make better friends. I'm telling you. I know right now it may not feel like it, but you will. I believe in you. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.